Hello one and all, this is Nerdcraft here, bringing you Game 3, the ace game between NesTea and Naniwa. And looks like NesTea has decided to go with Xel'Naga Caverns, which is pretty interesting because, historically speaking, Zerg seem to have not really favored Xel'Naga Caverns that often. They say it's a really well-balanced map, but it kind of does favor the other race over Zerg. You usually hear that against Terran, but anyway, here spawning on the upper right-hand corner of Xel'Naga Caverns is NesTea, and his opponent here spawning on the lower left-hand corner is the green Protoss himself, Naniwa, who is no longer with Dignitas, which I find extremely interesting. He is instead with Complexity, yes, Complexity Naniwa. coL.Naniwa, that's what I'm going to call him now. Looks like Naniwa might be going for a Forge Fast Expo, which is very interesting. You usually don't see it that often on, on Xel'Naga Caverns, but looks like Naniwa, he loves his two-base plays, and he is going to make sure he can continue with that. That fork is canceled because he was put in a bad place. And now Naniwa, looks like I don't know what he's doing with this probe, but I will ignore the probe. Early gas here from NesTea, which is very interesting because he has been going early pool too. So it looks like he's going pool first, or extractor first, pool second, and then into expo. That's even if he does expo. I do not know. I suppose we will find out. Oh, I know exactly what this is. Actually, this is a speedling expo. That's what it is. Of course, how could I forget of the most basic expansion technique from the Zerg? Now I feel a little stupid. Oh well, we all make mistakes. And as you see, cannon now coming down for Naniwa. Really interested to see what Naniwa's going to do. In these past two games, he's been sticking with Stalkers quite a bit. A lot of Stalkers, too. Not a single Colossus was made so far, which I find extremely interesting from Naniwa, because from what I remember seeing him ever play, he's really liked to get a lot of Colossus and just completely dominate his opponents, but it looks like he is shying away from that. That could be as a result of his training in the Startail. In the Startail house when he was in Korea, but you know, who knows, we will find out, I suppose. And just looks like we're all just macroing up a bit, getting ready to expand. There we are. Speed is on its way too, as well as one queen, and I again assure you that this queen is going to be injecting larvae, and then after that, all that larvae are going to be made into drones. NesTea has been doing that. He makes so much drones. It's crazy. Early baleen nest, actually. This is interesting. I think I'm afraid to say it, but I think that NesTea might be going for some sort of baleen bust. There's only one cannon and a gateway. Of course, this is completely blocked off, but if he can get around, if he can just bust through this wall, he won't even care about going over here. He'll just bust through this wall, and then it's yummy yummy probes. It's yummy yummy yummy. I have probes in my tummy for the Zerglings. I can't believe I said that. So yeah, this actually kind of reminds me of a July technique that Startail July does, because Startail July is an extremely aggressive Zerg player. So it kind of looks like NesTea is taking a bit out of July's book here and just going for early extreme aggression. Now, if it doesn't hold, then NesTea is going to be in a very bad position, because for the first time in this entire series, Naniwa is ahead in workers. And the Balin's being morphed here, there's not much of a defense. There isn't even a single Zealot out yet. Oh, there is a single Zealot out. Never mind. But he has not seen these Balins. The Balins are done morphing. I don't know what's going to happen here. These are 8 Balins coming in for the bust. What are they gonna do? They weren't been seen. There comes the Balins, and they are going to... Ooh, great pylon wall there, and... Ooh, man, all those probes dying. And, of course, it's ridiculous that the kills by a Balin is somewhat ridiculous. And here come the Balins on the probes! Ooh, takes out a lot of probes, even more probes! Oh, so much probes. How much probes? 20 probes. Scary. And NesTea is just going to continue this up with drones, which I would suspect he would fill this up with lings and just flood, but looks like that is not the case. Single sentry going to try and see what he can do against all these lings, which is a bad idea on his part. So it looks like Naniwa's, I don't even know what he calls it. His first, his main. Looks like his main is going to be taken out really easy early in the game at 7 minutes. Whoops, I tried to click on the clock for some reason. And as we saw, hey, look, it's pretty up here. And that stalker is taken out. Again, the sentry is going to try and tickle away some lings. This main is completely gone, I am convinced. And we see NesTea just following up with more and more drones. It is 25 to 45, 26 to 45 supply. I say supply, not food, because it's not food, it is supply. Do you think a stalker eats? Does that thing looks like it eats? No, it doesn't, because it's dead. And more Balins just going off on that on that sentry, and now that is dead. The lings are, they're going to be cleaned up, and he's not going to lose his main, which is really good. But we can see the third now being established for NesTea, just going straight into that macro mode, which NesTea is so very good at. More gas is just, by the looks of it, gas seems to be the priority for Naniwa. He has these two up. There's a ling. Oh, that is the most annoying thing ever when there's one ling like in your middle line. It's like, well, I don't want to send my whole army back to kill it, but if I try to kill it with broken more Balins, I might lose a couple. These Balins are going to not even noticing. Oh, not much. We're taking on that one, but as we can see, it is 45 workers to 21. Keep in mind, at the beginning of this attack, NesTea had 16 workers, and now he has 45. That is just crazy from NesTea, and looks like he is going to be following this up with roaches and a macro hatch as well. Okay, I thought this queen was attacking something. Actually, it looked like the queen was attacking the lings. I'm like, what are you doing, queen? Those are your own lings. Those are your children. But no, it was only attacking rocks because it's very, very angry at these rocks. Just checking for pylons there from NesTea. He doesn't want to get this early lead, only to turn out that Naniwa was committing into this huge all-in with a backdoor pylon. This Overlord really well placed. He's going to scout for those pylons. Here come some zealots here. Drones versus zealots. Never really favoring the zealot or drones, but there are lings up here. Only 4 zealots. He might make this work. I mean, it does take quite a few lings to kill some zealots, but you know, there is a pylon here being able to warp in. 5 roaches are now in production. That kind of seals the deal, really. Unless this is some sort of 6 gate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6 gate. Look at that. So pretty much what's going to happen, what 6 gate means is that Naniwa's going to be making nothing but pure zealots and sentries, and he's going to try and cut off with great positions. You can see here, he's going to take out queens and a lot of drones. This is actually extremely aggressive game for both the players. More zealots being warped in, and the lings and drones do clean up all of that. Only 10 drones have been killed by Naniwa, which is not looking good at all. Only sentries left. Sentries and zealots against roaches, not exactly in favor of the Protoss in that composition, but 6 more roaches and 6 more lings, 12 more lings actually coming up. More warp-ins here coming for Naniwa, but as we can look at the supply, it's 38 to 101, and that means that it is 52 harvesters to 26. So 52 of this supply is workers, and that's just 50 supply of army, as opposed to Naniwa, who workers and army combined doesn't even have 50 supply. So I would say NesTea is in a very good position right here. This is going to kind of come down to the micro ability of Naniwa, and we all know Naniwa's micro ability is almost second to none. And here comes the engagement here. Lings from the back though, so this is going to be completely surrounded and easily cleaned up. There's the GG from Naniwa. He's going to leave the game, so NesTea takes that series, and this is the series that put NesTea in the semifinals against MVP, and then later into the finals against MVP. And of course, we all know the results of that. NesTea won. I was really super excited about being able to cast NesTea, the NesTea, who is almost, I consider him the bourgeois currently in StarCraft, but you know, he's only going to get better, and of course, I look forward to seeing him in future games. I'm sure everyone knew the results of this series, but I don't really care. I wanted to cast this just for fun. And hey, if someone didn't know the results and you not know the results and you got to enjoy my casting. But anyway, if you did enjoy this series or my casting, please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it very much. It keeps me going. I love to do this just for fun, but also knowing that people are watching and cheering me on, that definitely helps a lot. So please feel free to subscribe. It's just a small little button. Anyway, I'll stop trying to sell myself and just say my name is Nerdcraft. That's it. I am out.